We are live for another watch along. Tonight we have Inter Miami versus Orlando City SC to see who will advance to the Leagues Cup 2025 final. So should be an interesting night. And then also this is one of two watch alongs we're gonna do. We're gonna do the the LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders game tonight as well. I didn't know if I was gonna do both of them, but so many people asked for me to do both. So we will do both. We will see what happens. It's going to be a very, very long night, probably 4 to 5 hours of streaming. But we have two big games, so we're going to do this, and then we'll probably have a doubleheader as well on Sunday because we'll have the Leagues Cup final, and then we'll do a live watch along for Sun Heung-min's first match at home against San Diego. It's a huge game. It's his first game he's going to be doing at home. So we're going to do a live watch along for that one as well. So hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself, having a good night. Big game tonight. Messi returns. That's another thing. If you haven't already, make sure you give the stream a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are 570 subscribers away from 10,000, guys, getting closer and closer. Absolutely incredible momentum. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Share the stream with a friend. Two big streams tonight. Hope to see all of you guys at both streams to see who's going to be in this final, and hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos. Okay, so appreciate all the comments. We'll get to those here in a second. Want to ask you guys, because the game's we went at like 5 minutes later tonight because we know that MLS normally kicks off 10 minutes late. So I want to ask you guys, how are we feeling about this match? Orlando City versus Miami. Orlando City has beaten Miami 2 times in a row, and they're playing a third time, obviously, tonight. It's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. So who do you guys have winning this match? Who's going to advance? Who's going to advance to the Leagues Cup final? Who do you think is going to win tonight, and what is your score prediction for tonight's match of Inter Miami versus Orlando City? And like I said, Messi is playing tonight. Messi is playing in this game. So I think that definitely has to help their chances. Want to preface that before you guys make your prediction. Messi is playing tonight. Okay, let's see. Roller says, "What's up, Will? Miami make another final tonight. Balthasar finally gets a start, and Allende is on the bench. I have only faith in my boys." Well, also too, the starting 11 looked like that. Looked like they had Rodrigo De Paul playing on the right side, and because they normally play like a 4-2-3-1, it looked like they have Rodrigo De Paul on the right side, Baltasar Rodriguez starting on the left, no Talasco Segovia, and yes, they're taking Allende off the out of the starting 11, but Allende's terrible. He's been the worst player probably in the starting 11 consistently for Inter Miami tonight. So he gets benched. He's terrible. And let me just pull this game up too and let me refresh this. Hasn't kicked off yet. Turn this so that's a good adjustment. We have Ustari. They have in the back line, they have Ian Frey, who's been really good in place of Cello Wingett. They have Maxi Falcone. I think they had Lujan, and then they also had Jordi Alba. So pretty solid back line. Lujan's not ideal in my opinion, but it's not the worst they've had. And they got Yannick Wright playing next to Sergio Busquets. They have in front of Baltasar Rodriguez. They have Messi in the middle, and then they have as a 10, and then they have Rodrigo De Paul on the right side. Luis Suarez playing up top. But I have to say this too. Orlando City SC is a very, very underrated team. Now, when I say underrated, it's not to say that no one knows they're good. A lot of people do know they're good, but I do think a lot of people don't. There are some people who don't know how good they are. And they have this player named Martin Ojeda who has been incredible for Orlando City SC. And we have our favorite tan tonight, Jake Zevin and Taylor Coleman. Just kidding, they're terrible. Not a fan of this duo in the broadcast booth, but hey, it is what it is. Not that I'm not a fan of Taylor Coleman. I think he's okay. I'm not a big fan of him with Jake Zevin. But that's neither here nor there. Um, Martin Ojeda is a very good player. He has 28 goal contributions in Major League Soccer in 2025. He has been very good. He is probably the best player in MLS that you haven't heard about. I think he's been very good for Orlando City SC in 2025, and he's a big reason why they've been so successful and have had a pretty good year. So, will Inter Miami be able to contain him? Will they be able to, stop him? I don't know. Luis Muriel has also been playing very well this year. He's playing a lot better than he did last year for Orlando City SC. It's gonna be a tall task, but as my good friend Daniel Granada of the Battered Parents said, he said this a couple times on his podcast this week. He said on Battered Herons, he said on his, Battered MLS, he said, "It's hard to beat a team 3 times, especially if the team is good. It's hard to beat them 3 times. Orlando City's already beat Miami twice. It's gonna be hard to beat them 3 times, but if they do, it'll be rightfully earned, and it will be an absolute embarrassing showcase by Inter Miami." So we'll see what happens, and Orlando City also have an absolute, um, force in goal in Pedro Gallese, great goalkeeper. Um, when you have a good goalkeeper, you always have a chance. And I think that Messi has only scored against him 1 time in his entire career, if I'm not mistaken. So, we'll see what happens. What was this okay, so let's read some of these score predictions. Fergus Fan says, "What's up, Will? Appreciate you for stopping by." Grinch says, "Hey, Will. Appreciate you guys stopping by." Okay, Kenny says, "I just want Miami to lose, but I think they're going to win 3-1." Mister says, "Tonight depends on if Miami can deal with Orlando's pace in the attack," which, yes, that's definitely going to be, something to keep an eye on, see if they can stop them in the attack. They're very good in the attack, and they got smoked last time. Now, last game that they played, Ustari was returning from injury. Messi, I don't think, played in that match. Or he didn't play in that match. They lost 4-1. But this is as close to a fully strength Inter Miami team as we can see, or as you can have. So I think Inter Miami has a good chance tonight. They've had their best chance. It's gonna be a good game. That's all I hope for at the end of the day. Just a good game. I hope it's a good match. It's not a blowout either way. I think Luis Muriel had a yeah, he had a hat he had a, I think he had a brace in the last game they played, against Inter Miami. Bobby says, "Hey, appreciate you doing a stream for the game." Yeah, I just went ahead and did it. I mean, it's gonna be a long night, but, we'll just go ahead and do it. We might as well, right? I'm gonna be watching the game. You guys are gonna be watching the game. We might as well watch the game together. Mister says, "I'll say 3-2 Miami." Let's see. I'm gonna go well, there's this fun fact, Miami win tonight, it will be the 3rd final Inter Miami make in the Messi era. So they made it to the oh, yeah, that's right, because they won the League Cup, and then they lost the US Open Cup final to Houston, if I'm not mistaken, in 2014. Or not 2014, was it 2024 or was it 2023? It was 2023, I think. And then this will be their 3rd final. I'm gonna say that this game is going to be this is a tough one. Orlando City has played very well this season against Miami, very well. So it's hard to pick against them because we haven't seen Miami beat them in 2025. I would think that it's going to be 2-2, and we're gonna go to penalties, and I think Miami wins on penalties. I think it's 2-2, 2-2, and Miami wins on penalties. That's my prediction. Bobby says MLS needs better commentators and people doing halftime analysis. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Mister says, I doubt either team will be as hopeless as Manchester United were earlier. Yeah, they're cursed. They're cursed. Cringe says Miami needs to prevent mistakes. He's got Miami winning 2-1. And 2023 was a loss to Houston. Yeah, I remember Karaskia. I remember him playing in that game. I couldn't remember if it was 23 24, but then I remember that they did make it to the US Open Cup in 2023. Because that was the last year that they did like the regular format where all the teams played in it. Did you watch the Manchester United versus Grimsby today? I didn't watch I didn't watch all of it. I watched like the first half, I think, and it was 2-0. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. The 4th division team, right? 4th division team is who they lost to. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Okay, so let me ask you this as well. We got 3 minutes until kickoff. Do you think Messi is going to be 100% tonight? He played in the match against the Galaxy, I think it was. Yeah, it was the Galaxy. He played the match against the Galaxy. He came on in the, I think, 45th minute, if I'm not mistaken, and he had a. Did he have a brace or he had? I think he had a goal and an assist. That's right. He had a goal and then he had an assist to Luis Suarez. Is Messi going to be 100% tonight? Is he returning from injury too quickly? He played really well off the bench and he looked like he had pulled something again in that match and he missed the next regular season match which was against trying to remember who they played this past weekend. I don't remember who they played this past weekend, but he also missed the Tigres match last week. So, will Messi be 100% tonight? Blake says, "What's up, homies? Appreciate you for stopping by, my good friend Blake." Let's see. Cringe says, "I think Messi wants this game. He's going to be intense." Well, they're going to need him tonight, and I'm going to be curious to see what him and I'd be curious to see what him and Baltasar Rodriguez can do. Baltasar Rodriguez had that absolute screamer against who was it DC United? I think it might have been DC United. I could be wrong about that. They drew whoever they played this past weekend, but he looked really good. Baltasar Rodriguez. It's just he's always injured. So I'm going to be curious to see what he can do in the starting 11. And I am a little surprised that Talasco Segovia isn't starting. I am a little surprised by that because Talasco Segovia has been a consistent starter for Inter Miami in 2025. He's been pretty good. He's not been as good as I would have liked to see him be consistently. He hasn't been bad. Baltasar Rodriguez, I think, has a higher ceiling than Talasco Segovia. So we'll see what he can do in his place. And then the new youngster, Matteo Salvetti, hasn't made the bench yet. He probably hasn't got his visa or what he needs in order to play in general. He can't play in the Leagues Cup anyways because it's the rosters are set. But that's someone I'm going to be interested to see what he does when MLS or when they start playing their MLS matches again. So, yeah, this is an ideal 11. This is an ideal starting 11 for Inter Miami. If they lose tonight, I just think Orlando City is a great matchup for them. I think Orlando City has their number. I think it's going to be 2-2. I think it's going to go to penalties. I think Miami's going to win narrowly. We'll see what happens. Gavin says might not be 100%, could be too soon. I mean, I agree. He came on in the fifth. I think he came on at halftime. I can't remember who he came on for, but he came on at halftime. I'm pretty sure he played essentially the whole second half against the Galaxy, and he looked really good still. And even with him being slightly injured, I mean, he obviously wasn't 100% for that game. He was still the best player on the pitch. But it is kind of funny though to see that a guy. I mean, it's Messi. Obviously, he's the best ever, but to see someone who's not even 100% fit come on and automatically be the best player on the pitch is pretty impressive. So I think they just wanted to be cautious with him. We'll see what happens. A lot of people didn't even want Messi to play in that LA Galaxy match. They didn't even want him. They just wanted to rest him and wait until the Tigres match because it was a bigger game. But hey, at least he's back for this game. They're going to need him tonight. Orlando City's got their number. Who do you think, excluding Messi, because that's an easy one, and Javier Mascherano's having to watch the game upstairs because he got a red card. I forgot to mention this. He got a red card in the last match. The hysterical, infamous phone call in the VIP stands, calling the assistant coach on speakerphone, coaching the players because it's like right above the bench. Pretty funny deal, right? So we'll see how they play tonight with him missing on the sidelines. I'm sure that he gave out directions, obviously, to the assistant coach, and that he was allowed in the locker room to instruct the team on what to do tonight. But we'll see how they perform without him. We'll see if he makes any more phone calls during the game. Be funny. My prediction is 2-2, Inter Miami wins on penalties. All right, officially kicked off. See what happens. It's gonna be a tough game. I'll say this too, if Miami do lose to Orlando City tonight, I think this would pretty much I mean, you never wanna say never, but this would be kind of let me know that this team isn't God, Maxi Falcone is so slow. But this would let me know that Inter Miami probably won't win MLS Cup this year just because there's a team that has their number. This Orlando City would beat them, sweep them 3 times this year, or beat them, 3 out of 3 times, sweeping. So if a team can dominate them that badly, I just think that's a bad sign for the playoffs. Which keep in mind, the first round, they have to beat a team twice in order to advance. Mr. Mister says, "Has someone taken Master on his phone?" I don't know, he might have a couple he might have 2 phones. He might have 2 phones now. Blake says, "Will Apple TV finally not be delayed?" No, it's always delayed, 10 minutes. Oh, are you talking about the, we're I think you were ahead of me last time. I think Orlando City could be a sneaky team to win it all as well. I mean, they've been playing really well lately, and like I said, Martin Ojeda, a guy that you guys probably a lot of people aren't familiar with, unless you're an Orlando City fan, he's been very good. As he finds Rodrigo the ball too weak, he's looking for Suárez. But this is a team that is very good, and they're pretty well coached. I'm not a huge Oscar Pereira fan, but they're he is good enough to make sure the team isn't bad. He's not a bad coach, I just don't know if he's good enough to win an MLS Cup. Keyshawn says Orlando has a good attack, Miami's defense is in shambles. Yeah, and when they didn't get the center back from Cruz Azul, Vioni, that was a bad that was a disaster for Inter Miami because they do need some reinforcements in the back line at center back. They just don't have a center back tandem, I think, that can win MLS Cup. Their attack is very good. I just don't know if they have a formidable center back duo who can win them an MLS Cup. Because no matter how good your attack is, your defense has to be at least decent or you can't win. And that's why the Galaxy won last year because they were able to play decent enough when it mattered to at least long enough to win MLS Cup or make a run. I don't know if Miami has the back line to win this. MLS Cup, that is. They might be able to win this, but I don't know if they have the back line to win MLS Cup. We'll find out a lot tonight. Mr. Mister says, "I've seen large ships turn faster than Maxi Falcone." I mean, did you see that? And Luis Mariel, when he had the ball and he was, like, changing directions, speaking Maxi Falcone, he was so slow. I mean, he is I think he's, 6 or 7 years younger than Luis Mariel, and he looked like he was older than him. I thought Kristoff was slow, but we'll see. We'll see what Falcone and what Lujan can do tonight. 'Cause, Crin says Lujan is terrible. He's not very good. But he wasn't supposed to be a starter. He was supposed to be a depth piece. You know, the good thing, though, too, about this game is it should be pretty open. It should be high intensity the whole match because this is a single elimination match. This is a chance to go to the final. A lot at stake. So this should be a pretty intense, uh, exciting game. I would think it would be. Keyshawn says bring Otamendi in. I mean, the there's the Argentine connection. We'll see. Oh, decent cross by Orlando. Gavin says the game kind of is going into something like we just need to score more than the other guys. It's happening in Europe. Yeah, I do agree with that. I do agree with that. That was a good play by Maxi Falcone. for corner for Orlando City. Yeah, I do agree with that to a certain extent. A lot of times, like lately, I've been seeing, especially Inter Miami score, they're up 1-0, and then they'll just park the bus, or that's what Steve Cherundolo does. Like they just want to get by with what you need, which kind of sucks because it does put you in a bad spot if you concede. Ace Lionel says, "Let's see how much Orlando's tactics will change while trying to deal with Messi." Well, a lot of these teams will just try to clog the middle and force Messi, frustrate him like 2 or 3 guys, close him out as soon as he gets the ball, and it kind of hinders the attack a lot of times for Inter Miami. That's what I've seen a lot this season, especially when they force the ball to Messi, which a lot of teams would do that, right? If Messi's on your team, you're gonna try to force him the ball, but it can really stall out the attack, especially if the team is good at taking Messi out and you're so dependent on him. It can just absolutely kill the attack. And I've been saying this all season long. It doesn't matter what game we watch under Miami, Luis Suárez has always got to be an X factor because he just hasn't scored like we're used to seeing him score. He's been a very good playmaker this year for Miami, but we need to see him score some goals. If you notice if you'll notice, Suarez is playing deeper than Messi right now. Suarez is playing a lot deeper than Messi. Ooh, one better chip kill, I say. Mr. Mister says, "I'm not a fan of Lujan either, but they've got nothing other options really. Noah Allen is really a left back and Alvarez is Alvarez." Yeah, and Noah Allen was playing really well at center back at the beginning of the season, and then he just kind of fell off. I think he got injured, and then he just never really reclaimed his spot. But I think that his play was a bad giveaway by Busquets. I think that his good play there for a couple, like, maybe that stretch was just I think that was an outlier. I don't think he can play center back that highly or that effectively consistently. Suarez finds Rodrigo de Paul. Ooh, Rodrigo de Paul just wide left. Evan says, "No, I'm not talking about parts of the bus. I mean literally the team's not being worried about conceding because they focus more on scoring more." So you okay, yeah, like you're talking about, what was it? The Inter game versus, like, Barcelona. I think both games wasn't it like, the aggregate was it 9-8 or 8-7 or something like that? Both the games were very high scoring, I just know that, but Muriel's sick. Ooh, what a flick by Ojeda. Ooh, good save by Ustari. Oh, sorry, yep, the match has started. Yep, the, comment was blocking the time. But yes, the match has started. It's 0-0. I don't see Danny in his seat. Yeah, I don't think he was going to the match tonight because it was too late. I don't think he was going to the match tonight because it didn't kick off till 8:40, and he he wouldn't be home till, like, probably midnight. So I don't think he went to the match tonight. Cringe says that Lujan is just absolutely terrible. Mister says, "The problem with Allen is he's too small unless Fabio Cannavaro, you can't be under 6 feet tall and play center back consistently." I'm trying to remember, there was another center back who was pretty good under 6 feet tall. I think Carlos Puyo was 5'10", right? But I think Noah Allen's like 5'8". So I know what you're saying. I think Noah Allen's actually smaller than, ooh, nice move by Atuesta to find Muriel. This defense is looking shaky. Cuesta looks good. Cuesta looks a lot better this year than he did for LAFC in 2024. A lot better this year than he did in 2024. Forgot about Puyol. Well, I figured that, Maxi Falcone's haircut or his hair would remind you a little bit of him, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit, right? Cuesta, his defense is looking shaky. Blake says, "What color is more manly, pink or purple?" Oh, that's a tough one. Uh, I mean, I guess pink, right? Although purple is too. I feel like it's, like, honestly kind of a draw, isn't it? Bobby says Lisandro Martinez is 5'10" ish. I think he is as well. Julio was world class. Yeah, he was. I mean, he was God, he was very good. Very, very good defender. Tony says Orlando has Miami's number, not looking good for Miami. You don't wanna count them out just because they can score goals in an abundance, but, like, it's not looking so good. Looking good so far. If you remember against Tigres, Inter Miami, I think were no, they did dominate the first half, and then Tigres kind of, dominated the beginning of the second half, was able to, tie it up, and that was out without Messi too, so you have to take that into account, but you just can't ever count Miami out. They can score 2 goals in an instant. For sure. Keyshawn says Orlando might have the best attack in MLS. They could have the best attack in MLS, especially now that Luis Muriel is playing better. They could have the best attack. And Martin Ojeda, I'm telling you, he is very good. He's been incredible in 2025. Incredible. God, they do play some exciting ball. I'm not gonna lie. Orlando, I just think Orlando might have their number. Someone said a minute ago, they might actually have their number. They match up really well. And that's why I said if Miami lose this game, it really is a bad telltale sign for what's to come in the playoffs. And the Eastern Conference is loaded. The Eastern Conference is way better than the Western Conferences. I don't think it's even close. Falcone does have the Puyo hairstyle. We'll have to ask him one day if that was his favorite player. Blake says Falcone doesn't have the Neanderthal facial features like Puyo. Ooh, was foul, but that was a nice play. Bobby says before Lissandro had a bad injury, he was world class. Played really well at United and won a trophy. Plus, he won a World Cup and had some great moments in that tournament. I agree. I remember a lot of people were giving him a hard time about signing a defender that was 5'10" because you obviously would like the defenders to be at least 6 foot. He was really good. Deschamps' pass switch is good too. The whole attack is good. The whole attack is good. Lisandro Martinez is 5'10", but he finds it hard against tall strikers. I remember Ivan Toney once, giving him nightmares at corners. Sorry, Lisandro Martinez. Yep. Oh, he was good. He was really good. There's another center back that was under 6 but I just can't remember who it is right now. I just can't remember. I wanna say there was an Italian. Was Nesta under 6 foot? Was he or maybe he might have been exactly 6 foot or 6'1". defending by Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba's yelling at Maxi Falcone. Maxi Falcone, I'm telling you, God, they have such bad center backs. But even the ball to Messi. Messi finds a wide open Luis Suarez on the left side. He's got Baltasar Rodriguez wide open. He couldn't find him. Messi, oh, Messi got fouled. No, no, they I think Luis Suarez just kind of flopped right there. They said that he put an arm in his head. I think that was just a flop. I think that was just a flop. Son 2026 MVP? Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to give him some help in order to do that. Bobby says, "Ivan Toney gave most players a nightmare on corners, to be fair." I don't think that was that bad, honestly. I think that that was a flop by Luis Suarez. I don't think he elbowed him in the face or the throat. I think that was soft. I think that was a soft, fall for Luis Suarez. There's someone else that I'm thinking of that was more recent than him, Mr. Mitchell. There's someone else I'm thinking of. I just can't remember who it was. Deshaun says, "I moved Ray to center back and put Cello at left back." And is you mean right back? Ian Frey, I think they like him too much in the attack, honestly, to move him to center back. Uwe says, "I still think Astorby to Miami would have solidified this team." Prince says, "Yo, Will, Orlando has 8 players pushed back to defend. They need to start bringing it out from outside the box." Rodrigo De Paul get fouled. Yellow card issued. Rekalo gets yellow. I think this game is going to get more chippy. I think this is gonna be a very, very chippy game. Well, that was definitely a flop by Rodrigo De Paul, though. I don't think he didn't hit him in the face, like, he barely touched him. I think that's a soft call. I listen, it's gonna get chippy, but that was a soft call. Servant says, "I'd put Jello on a plane back to Boca." I do think, unless I see something miraculous, we got Oscar Freire talking to Messi right now. I do think that we're gonna see I do think that, I wonder what Oscar Freire was saying to Messi. He covered his mouth. We can't read his lips. But I would assume that the winner of this match has to be the favorite to win Leagues Cup, either team. I think either one of these teams, maybe just Miami plays really well. There's a foul on Baltasar against Baltasar Rodriguez or on a twist. Another yellow. That's the second yellow for Orlando City in the first 19 minutes. Now that one looked a little bit. I do think that was yellow. A twist of fouling Baltasar Rodriguez. Yeah, he didn't even get the ball. That was a bad foul by Twista. Yeah, that was a really bad foul by Twista. So Orlando City, they're playing really reckless right now. They're playing really reckless right now. They're someone might end up getting a red card. They might get down to 10 men. I mean, they've already got 2 yellows. They're playing very, very aggressive. Game's gonna get chippy. Well, is this a derby? Yeah, I would say it is. We go to Paul, Alba, back to DePaul, Messi, to Busquets. Busquets finds Messi, deflected. Oh, Jordi Alba just got back and beat Martin Ojeda in a foot race. Pretty impressive for a guy that's 10 years older than Martin Ojeda. He says that Miami's getting under Orlando's skin. Bobby says, "Where do you rank Puig in the best players in MLS today? More MLS teams should go out all out for young players with high potential that aren't starters for their teams in Europe." Ricky Puig is definitely a top. He's definitely a top 5 player in MLS when he's healthy. Ooh, a little bit too much on the pass to Luis Muriel. I would say that he's probably there's a good argument he's the best midfielder in MLS. I think there's a good argument for that. Keyshawn says, "Thoughts on Tani to Villarreal? Seems like all Canadians heading to Spain." Yeah, and didn't that's a good move. What was the, was it Tajon Buchanan that had he have a hat trick the other day, I think? I think he had a hat trick the other day as he was trying to find Ian Prey down the right side. Things are starting to look a little better for Miami in the attack, a little bit better, but they haven't had any chances, and I think they only have, like, maybe 1 shot so far, but the attack is starting to look a little bit better. Jordi Alba was looking for Ian Prey as well, cleared by Orlando. Mister says, "I can see this becoming really chippy second half." I think someone's gonna get a red card. I just think someone is definitely going to get sent off. Falcone finds Rodriguez, Suárez to the ball. Ooh! Good save by Pedro Galese. Ooh, that almost hit his arm. He was easily top 5 or healthy is top 5. Alright, Rodrigo de Paul taking the corner. Looks like he fell down. Blake says Araujo has long-standing beef with Messi. Keyshawn says, "Yeah, he did get a hat trick." Yeah, that's what I thought. Blake says, "I think Balthasar is a dark horse. Possibly, we'll see. We'll see if he can win the spot for from Talasco Segovia. I think that he's better than Talasco Segovia in the sense he's got pace. Talasco Segovia doesn't have pace. All deflected. Rodriguez wins it. Oh, that was cleared. Muriel cleared it. Oh, nice flick to Angulo from Martin Ojeda. Oh no, 1-on-1. Angulo. Oh, just wide. Oh my God, that pass by Martin Ojeda. That was beautiful. That's where you see this guy is being incredible. I mean, look at this vision. Look at the pass. Look at the pass from Martin Ojeda. Good look for Angulo, but Angulo's got to finish that. My God, he should have finished that. God, you got to finish that, Angulo. What the hell was that? He should have fixed that. He should have finished that. He should have finished that. That right there is what we call 2015 to 2019 MLS finishing. That's 2015 to 2019 MLS finishing, non-existent. God, what a pass by Martin Ojeda, though. Absolutely beautiful pass. I have no idea how he missed that. Messi finds Suárez out wide. Oh, God, he's too slow. He got around, did he get around Freeman? I couldn't see who it was. He got around somebody, and he wasn't able he just doesn't have the speed. Alcon fell down. This game is nil-nil, okay? Obviously, no scoring yet, but this has been an exciting game. This has been entertaining. This hasn't been boring. There's been chances. It's been chippy. It feels like a rivalry game. I think this has been a very entertaining first 25 minutes. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I think it's been very entertaining so far. When you have players of class on the pitch, normally you see something special. I do think Allende might. Servant says that Angulo Allende did the shot. I can't believe he missed that, Angulo. I cannot believe he missed that. Mr. Richard says, I can only assume that Angulo was also watching Manchester United earlier. A says, if only Suarez was younger. Yeah, if he was just like 10% faster. I've been very impressed with Baltasar Rodriguez so far. He's looked really good. Oh, just a little too much on the pass to Jordi Alba. I've been impressed with him so far. I've been impressed with Baltasar Rodriguez so far in this game. Guys, we got 50 of you in the chat right now. Make sure you give this video a like down below if you haven't already. Let's try to get to 50 before halftime. We got less than 20 minutes until halftime. Make sure you smash the like button down below. Big game. Two big teams playing against each other for a chance to play in the 2025 Leagues Cup final. One of these teams will make it to the Leagues Cup final after this match. We'll see who it is. Make sure you give the stream a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 570 subs away from hitting 10,000, and we're getting closer and closer. We're just absolutely we've been killing it this whole summer. Thanks to you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos. Your mic isn't that clear right now. Is it good now? I think it should be good now. Will, how are you celebrating 10K subs? I'm not sure yet. It's a big deal though. I we'll just have to see what happens. But I'll probably end up making like a short video about it because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Didn't even know if that would happen, honestly. Champagne or blunt. Might just keep it casual, honestly. Paul's passes have been off in this game so far. Yeah, I think that DePaul has looked a little I don't think shaky is the right word, but he definitely hasn't looked sharp. I think he's not been sharp. Oof, missed hit by Ian Frey. Sorry, he's able to scoop it up. I do think, I'm listening to what they're saying. I do think Orlando City, this might be the best team that Oscar Freya has had since he's been at Orlando City. This might be the best team Orlando City's ever had. Almost 29 minutes in, still 0-0. But like I said, entertaining game. It's slowing down a little bit now. We're not seeing as much Juan to Messi, Messi to Rodriguez. Still too much on that pass. Wasn't able to maintain it. Orlando's really clogging up the midfield. I think that's how you beat Miami. You got to force them out wide. I don't think that it's a little different tonight. Oh, bad giveaway. Messi got the ball. Messi got fouled, but they're not going to call it. The ball finds Baltasar Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds Yannick Wright. I just don't think they have the wingers. They don't have anybody out wide who can really help open things up. So you just clog the middle, especially Messi playing as a 10, and you can do a lot of damage. Messi in the box. Messi to Busquets. Busquets falls down inside the box. No call. Ojeda. God, Ojeda is so good. Bad pass by Ojeda looking for Luis Muriel. But God, Ojeda is, I'm telling you, very good player. Jordi Alba to Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez finds Baltasar Rodriguez. Baltasar finds Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul to Luis Suarez. Ooh. Ooh! Just wide left by Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez is looking lively tonight. I'm telling you, He looks pretty good. Now, obviously, he hasn't been able to finish yet, but he's looking good. Still slow. La Tortuga's still slow, but he's looking good. Just wide left. Just wide left. Blake says, "Sad that Orlando wasn't good during the Kaká era." Well, that not only they weren't good, he was hurt all the time. Yeah, I'm curious to see how many Orlando fans end up making the game. I listened to someone say they thought they're gonna have maybe a couple hundred Orlando fans make the drive to Fort Lauderdale, but I don't really see a supporter section or see a supporter group at the game. So I'm curious to see how many fans actually end up making it down to Fort Lauderdale for this game. Looks like there's quite a bit of people here for a Wednesday night, quite a bit of people here. Ian Frey. Ooh, nice move by Ian Frey. Oh, no foul on Messi by Araujo. Did they call foul? Yeah, no foul on Messi. No foul on Araujo, I guess, on Messi. Yeah, I'd say that actually looked like that could have been a foul. That looked more like a foul than whoever fouled Rodrigo de Paul. Was it, Twista, I think that fouled? No, Twista fouled, um ooh! Gulo just Suárez able to save it. Try to go left. Ooh, Angulo is quick. He's he's pacey. He's got good control, good ball skills. He I don't think he has it in the final third. I don't think he's that good at converting chances. Your mic is a bit choppy. Is this it's probably because the angle of where I'm watching. This should be let me know if this is good. Let me know if this is good. I think it should be good the way I have it right now. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the game as well because I have it on my second monitor, so I'm just trying to make sure that I can keep an eye on what's going on. This should be good now the way that I have it. You have to let me know. Wade says, "Sup, Will." Wade, I'll be looking forward to seeing you at that next watch along against, Galaxy in Seattle. Nice move by Balthasar. Deflected. Messi's got it. Messi passes to Jordi Alba. Alba to Messi. Jordi Alba. Lemaire says, "Hi, Will. Is Messi on the field?" Yes, he is. He is playing. He is playing for Inter Miami right now. They said Luis Suarez is off the field right now, missing a shoe. A little bit less than 11 minutes left in the first half plus added time. Jordi Alba's out left, finds Baltasar Rodriguez. Jordi Alba, Busquets. Busquets. Uh, miscommunication there. Gillespie is able to save it. Maybe he was looking for someone to make a run. Wade says, "Man, if only Miami built a team around Messi instead of signing all of his buddies, it could be deadly." I do agree with that. Ooh, pass glitch. Finds Luis Muriel. Uh-oh. Ooh, he's looking for Ojeda. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Busquets is just not he's just not a good defender at this point. He is a liability. He is a liability in the midfield. And that's not a good thing for a team that's already very shaky in the back line. I just say how happy I am that Redondo is no longer here. Is the mic good now, guys? I just wanna make sure that you guys can hear me perfectly fine and that it's fixed, because I think it was just the positioning of the mic when I was talking. Busquets to Messi, back to Busquets, back to Lujan, to Falcon, bad pass, give away to Orlando, Rujo to Martin Ojeda. Oh, who was marking Paslick? Like, they let that ball just hang forever. It was a good pass to Martin Ojeda too. Like, Falcon is just ball watching. Know what he's doing. The ball landed in Boca. Oh, yeah, I do think that Ian Frey has been a little shaky on the right side, and obviously Lujan has as well. The right side is an issue for Miami in this game. Quick start, Rodriguez got the ball, passes it to Messi. Messi finds Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba, nobody there, but Rodrigo de Paul gets it, deflected out of bounds for a corner. Mr. says, "Yeah, the mic is sounding a bit better on mine." Yeah, I think it's just the positioning when I had it, so I'm gonna tilt it more my way when I'm watching the game. All right, Messi's taking the corner. I think it's his first corner of the night. I think they had DePaul take the one on the other side earlier in the game. Oh, God, look at Angulo's look at his pace. He's just blowing by everybody. Oh, nice defending by Frey. The ball finds Suárez. Oh, great tackle by Ian Frey. Great tackle by Ian Frey. Perfect. Ashkin says the mic's working. What were you saying about Angulo shooting wide in MLS 18, 19? You were cutting out at the time. I was just saying that I think that that's like some 2018, 2019 MLS finishing, just joking about how one of the biggest criticisms with MLS is that they can't finish in the final third. A lot of players just can't convert chances. And he had the pace. He obviously can dribble. He's got good ball skills. He just cannot finish a chance he should have finished. If Ray didn't get hurt so much, he'd be in Europe right now. Yeah, I don't think that he's ever gonna get a move away from Miami. I think he'll probably play here, maybe another MLS team for the rest of his career, because most people aren't gonna buy a guy who has 3 ACL injuries. It doesn't matter how good he plays, and it's a shame, but no one's gonna buy a guy who has 3 ACL tears. They're just not going to. So the best case scenario is that he plays really well for Miami, and he's able to stay, and he's able to be a key contributor to their team. Miami need a right back so Frey can take Lujan's spot. I think Tomioso is still available on a free. I guess they technically could add another defender until I think September. I do think there's a chance they could add somebody into Miami. I just don't know that's gonna happen for sure. I don't know if that's gonna happen for sure. Ojeda Messi. Oh, Messi was trying to find Ian Prey. Oh, oh, Haslett just hit a damn rocket right at sorry, I'm surprised it didn't take his breath away. That was, like, right in his gut. Like, says, "Maybe it's like Tommy Johns can get super strength with surgery." After 3 times? I don't know about the 3rd time. Jordi Alba finds Luis Suárez, deflected out for a corner. Wait, says Weibo loves guys with ACL injuries. Well, listen, we got less than 3 minutes left plus added time. It's been a stalemate. I think both of these teams now might I would say that Orlando definitely has shown a little bit more in the attack in the last couple minutes, but it seems like both of these teams are a little tired, a little gassed. We'll see if either one of them can score here before the end of the half. Jordi Alba takes the corner, looking for Busquets, unsuccessful. Miami, you have nobody in the no aerial attack option. Oh, nice pass to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba finds Maxi Falcon, and he whiffs it. He whiffs it. Was he looking for Messi? Let me see. Let me see if he was looking for Messi. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba had the ball. Yeah, he was looking for Messi. Maxi Falcon took the ball from him. He was looking for Messi. Messi probably would have scored that. God, Maxi Falcon is so bad. He's bad. Yeah, we should prepare for penalties. And by the way, we're doing that second watch along, so we might be late to our own watch along if this goes to penalties. Because I still have to do a post game for this match as well. But my God, he just Maxi Falcon is so bad. He is bad. He's really bad. The wig, I think that's his real hair, but still. Did you see everybody look Jordi Alba has been giving it to Maxi Falcon all night long, like, he has been ripping him, and if you notice, Ian Frey's playing center back now, he's playing left center back, they've got Lujan out right now. Ian Frey is playing center back right now. Ian Frey is playing next to Jordi Alba, they've got Lujan playing on the right side. I wonder if that was directed I wonder if, Javier Mascherano put the call in. Less than 1 minute left plus added time. Messi's got the ball, finds Rodrigo to Paul, got Baltasar Rodriguez one down the left side. Oh, good defending by Atuesta. Gulo to Luis Mariel. Mariel finds Ojeda. Oh, yeah, Falcon. I'm telling you now, this tandem cannot do it. This tandem can't win MLS Cup. Oh, oh, oh! Pasalic. Guess who conceded the goal, or guess who was marking that guy. Let me see if it was off his arm though. Let's see if it was off his arm. Let's see. Maxi Falcone is ass, though. Let's be honest. He's really bad. All right, let's see if it went off his arm. Muriel finds Pasalic. No, I think it went off his chest. I think he went off his chest. We see. No, actually, it did go off his arm. Ooh, we see. I think that was a natural position. Honestly, I think that was a natural position. I think that goal is gonna stand. I think that goal is going to stand. They're gonna look at it, though. There's 1 minute of added time, so I would assume after this is looked at, they're just gonna go to this they're gonna go to the, second half or halftime. Maxi Falcone has been the worst player in the defense tonight. They're still looking at it. Says, "I'm turning the game off." Let's see. All right, here's another look. Let's see. See if we can see if this other angle. Let's see. Yeah, I just think that was off his chest or that was a natural like, yep, goals confirmed. Pasalic scores. Orlando City up 1-0 at the half. Orlando's got their number. I'm telling you, Orlando has their number. I think 2025 Orlando City owns 2025 Inter Miami. That was a great goal by Pasalic, though. Great goal. Great composure. Bad defending by Maxi Falcone. Bad defending. Servant says, "What would be the alternative Alvarez?" The alternative Alvarez. You mean the alternative to Alvarez, like, other than using him in this scenario? I mean, I guess you could put Noah Allen at center back, but I don't know if that's gonna do anything either. Maxi Falcone isn't good. He's just not, uh, he's bad. Like, he's not just not good, he's bad. Oh, Pasalic has got the ball wide open space, a little too much on it. Hit the supporters group. Some guy says, "Miami just need 1 more Argentinian, and that'll fix this." Bobby says, and that's halftime. 1-0 Orlando City over Inter Miami at the half. Man, that was we're shifting the microphone, so give me a little leeway here. Give me a little leeway just in case there's a little bit of, unclarity or you can't hear me, but, I think we should be good. But it's 1-0 Orlando City over Inter Miami. That was a pretty bad way to finish the half for Inter Miami. Orlando City, I felt like did I would say they dominated the first half. I think they looked really good. And the attack they did, they were exposing Inter Miami on that the right side. Left side for Orlando, right side for Inter Miami. They were just exposing them. And it looked like a goal was inevitable. It looked like that was gonna happen, and they score. And now, you know, I think Inter Miami might be in trouble. My old saying is that Inter Miami, if they score 1, they score 2. They don't ever score just 1 goal, but they haven't scored yet. So, I think Inter Miami's in trouble. What do you guys think? First half, we always do this 1 through 10, 1 being absolutely terrible, 10 being incredible. How would you rank Inter Miami's performance in the first half? 1 being terrible, worst half you've ever seen, 10 being perfect. How would you rate Inter Miami's first half performance? Let me know in the comment section down below. But like I said, I think Inter Miami, I think they got I think Orlando was clearly the better team the first half. Cringe says, and now Inter Miami is overextending itself. Miami isn't winning this. Mix it. I said it before. Inter Miami have the worst defense I've ever seen. I'm telling you, this lets you know that they don't have the team that can win the MLS Cup this year. They don't have the team that can win MLS Cup this year. They just don't. They don't have the team. Cringe says he's a 4 out of 10. Lightning says 3. Tony says the goal was inevitable, 4. A says that they're a 7. Mr. says that he's a 3. Some guy says they're a 2. Voices of Black and Gold, aka Nick, says, guys, make sure to give the stream a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Yes, make sure you give the stream a like down below. We're at 60 people in the chat. Make sure you give it a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's see. Pluto's a 9. Damn, Pluto, you think that was a 9 for Miami in the first half? Will MLS ever return to Tampa Bay? I'm not sure about that, honestly. SPH says Falcone needs to be subbed off. He will lose his confidence if he keeps playing. I mean, I think he already has lost. I mean, does it really matter at this point? He sucks anyway. Like, with confidence or no confidence, he's slow. He makes bad decisions. He gives the ball away too much. He's not good at marking. And on top of that, he even in the somehow, think about this for a second. Somehow, Maxi Falcone, the center back, is the worst player in the first half in the attack because he had a golden opportunity. Jordi Alba was looking for Messi. He probably would have scored. It's that famous Messi's cutting to the left, and Jordi Alba finds him, and then Messi hits it first touch. Maxi Falcone intercepts, takes the ball, whiffs the ball, and that's all there was. That's all there was. So, who do you guys think? Let's change directions. And, okay, let's do this too. Let's just to be fair. Orlando City. How do you think Orlando City performed in the first half? 1 being terrible, 10 being perfect. What was your first half score for Orlando City in the first half? 1 being horrible, worst half ever, 10 being the best half you've ever seen. I would give Inter Miami a 4 in the first half. I think they didn't do nearly enough. They played sloppy. The back line was getting exposed. The right side was getting exposed. I think they were a 4 out of 10. Probably could have been uglier. Thinking if Angulo had scored that wide open sitter, or it wasn't wide open sitter, but it was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He should have scored that. He should have scored that. So, Mr. says, I don't like DePaul out on the right. I don't either. He is a 8. He is a box-to-box midfielder. He's out of place right now. And that's the problem, right? Is they're trying to put him, play him, Yannick Bright, and Sergio Busquets at the same time. It just doesn't work like that. It's bad for the attack. They need to take Busquets out, They need to slide DePaul back. They need to put Baltasar Rodriguez on the right side and put Segovia in. That's what I would do. Okay, so Servant says he's got an 8 for Orlando so far in the first half. Kevin's an 8. Tony's an 8. Mr. says 6. Some guys a 7. I would say that Orlando is that's an insane picture, by the way. Some guy that's insane. Is that Courtney Cox? I think it is. The puzzle piece face. I would say that I would give Orlando City a 8 out of 10 as well. I think they played pretty well. Now there's some chances they should have finished, but I think overall they played pretty well. I think they dominated the first half. They had more shots than Miami. They had more shots on targets. They had more big chances. Possession was about evenly split, but they look like the better team in the first half. If you're, just a blind eye test, they look like the better team in the first half, right? So I would give them an 8 out of 10. I think they're in the driver's seat right now. I think Miami might be in trouble because the back line is really bad. So, and I just think that Maxi Falcone is such a huge liability. Drink Me says Busquets out. I would take Bright out for Segovia. But here's the thing. Did you not see Busquets? He was getting like a turnstile. He couldn't keep up with Luis Muriel. I don't know what Busquets, his defending is just not good enough. His passing's obviously good, but I will say this. I do agree with you to an extent that Bright hasn't been that good tonight either. Yannick Bright has been very unnoticeable tonight. He has been unnoticeable tonight. I will say that. that is definitely true, but I think you need youth and speed. Okay. So I have, I would probably take Busquets out and put Velasco Segovia in and just reshuffle the midfield. But we have like 7 minutes left, so I want to ask you guys this. And by the way, the Clorox profile picture is also crazy. That's funny as hell. Uh, I will say, I think it's gonna be tough, but I want to ask you guys, what do you think the chances are that Inter Miami comes back and wins this match? What are the chances Inter Miami? Who do you have? Instead of saying that, let's just do this. What do you think the score is gonna be of this match? After seeing the first half, what is your score prediction for the second half? Who's going to win? What's the final score going to be? It's 1-0 Orlando City over Inter Miami right now. Who do you guys have winning in the second half? Who's going to win this match? Let me know. What's the score going to be? I'm going to take like a 60-second bathroom break. I have to. Been drinking a lot of fluids. We got a long night tonight. We got another stream after this. Like immediately after this, we have another stream. Got to go drain the fluids real quick. Let me know what you guys think. Who's going to win this game? It's 1-0 Orlando over Inter Miami. And what is the score going to be? And if Inter Miami want to win this game, who has to have an incredible, who has to have a good second half for Inter Miami to make a comeback? Who has to have a good second half for Inter Miami to win the game? Be back in 60 seconds. All right, we're back. Let's see. Let's read some of these scores. All right, Poppy Lover says 1-2. I'm assuming he's talking about. I would assume he thinks Orlando City is going to win this match. Tony says it's going to be 3-0 Orlando City over Inter Miami. Crin says 3-0 Orlando. Sad to say, but Inter Miami doesn't look good. Let's see. Blake says 2-2 on penalties. Miami win 4-3. A says 2-1 Miami. Some guy says 3-1 Orlando. Mr. says 1-1, then penalties, which is a coin flip. And then Servant says he thinks it's going to be 3-1 Orlando winning. Too much pace and youth. The heat is not a factor as they are accustomed to it. Yeah, because they both are obviously in that Florida heat. Yeah, I think at this point it's looking like it's going to be 2-0 Orlando. I had a 2-2 prediction for Inter Miami in the pregame. I thought it was going to be 2-2 or Miami winning on penalties. But I think right now it's probably going to be 2-0 Orlando. They just have the pace. They have the upper hand. They have the youth. I think that Miami is struggling mightily in this match, and I think it's going to be an uphill battle for them. Now, if Miami score, I think they have a chance because we know about Miami. They score in droves. They don't just score one goal. So if they score, preface, when Messi's playing, they don't just score one goal normally. I think if they can score one goal, then anything can happen, but we just haven't seen them score yet. Who's going to score? They haven't had anybody in the final third who's really, they had a couple of chances with Suárez had the one goal that went wide left. They had the one shot by Rodrigo de Paul that was saved, but I haven't seen anything that makes me think that they can win this game. I just haven't seen it. Not in the first half. Not in the first half. Nemesis says he thinks it's going to be 3-2 Orlando. Okay, so who needs to be? I asked this question too before I went to the bathroom. Who has to have a good second half for Inter Miami outside of Messi? outside of Messi, who has to have a good first or second half for Miami to make a comeback and win? Who has to have a good second half for them to win? Who's got to be the X factor? Who's got to be the X factor? And yes, they definitely need to make some substitutions. They need to get Falcone out of there. He needs to get out of there. They had switched Ian Frade on the left center back. He was playing center back, and then Lujan was playing right back. KGF says all hands on. He essentially saying all hands on deck. They need to have the entire team has to play well in the second half in order to win. Drink Me says DePaul. Kevin says Messi and DePaul have to have a good second half in order to win. Cringe says Baltasar and Suárez have to have a good second half in order to win. Blake says, Will, if Orlando wins, I'll donate $20. If Miami, then $5. All right, I appreciate it, man. I'm just happy you guys are here to watch the game with us, see what happens. Roller says Baltasar has to have a good second half. Mr. says Suárez. Roller says, and Segovia needs to be subbed in and play as a false 9. So where would you move Messi at? Would you move Messi? Would you move him to the DePaul role? Kevin says Frey for Cello, Falcone for Alvarez. Tony says Rodrigo DePaul has to make his presence known. He's been sloppy in the first half. He has not had a good first half. Servant says no one needs to step up. Just don't have players being completely horrible. That's a fair take. That's a fair take. I wouldn't say anybody was absolutely horrible outside of Maxi Falcone. Like, nobody was just horrible. Maxi Falcone was the worst player on the entire pitch in the first half. I mean, he was. He was. And it's funny because his FOTMOP grade is he has one of the higher grades of any of the center. Like, he has a higher grade than any center back for Orlando City. But the eye test would tell you that Maxi Falcone has been terrible in the first half. He was terrible. He was bad. Maxi Falcone has the second highest grade for Inter Miami in the first half. That's why you can't rely on the ratings. The eye test would tell you that he was horrible in the first half. He was horrible. He was really bad. Kevin says, do you think we should see Santi Morales see minutes? He is fast. Probably not, honestly. Probably not. Probably not. Honestly, at this you can't risk that at this point. Cringe says Miami needs to stop going down the middle. They're clogging the midfield. I've been saying this. I told this to Danny because Danny was talking about the low block. That's how you beat Miami, right? But I'm telling you, clog the midfield and it hurts Miami. If you force Miami to have to play wide, play the flanks, go out to create chances, they're screwed. They don't have the speed or they don't have the talent out wide to do that. You clog the midfield and Miami's screwed. So that's what they're doing. The teams have figured it out. You just clog the midfield, frustrate Messi. It's hard for them to win. They can do it and they have done it, but it's harder. It's just not. That's how you beat Miami. That's the formula. Clog the midfield, frustrate Messi. Everything else falls into place. Mick says Messi is not 100%. I will sub him. Blake says, Will, you're biased against Falcone. I don't even hate Falcone. I like the signing when they signed him from, was it Colo Colo in the offseason. He's been terrible, though. But to be fair, the whole backline's been terrible. The whole backline's been terrible. They don't trust Toto Alvarez to play him. I would sub him on if you, and he plays reckless, obviously. He's a yellow card machine, but they're kind of desperate. They're kind of desperate at this point. Tony said that's why those stats are meaningless. They really are meaningless. They don't tell the story. They don't tell the story. Drink Me says, to be honest, Falcone is always bad, but most times players like Allende overshadow it. His football IQ is very low and he has no pace. He's slow. He makes bad passes. He makes bad decisions. Yeah, he's not very good. Mick says they don't have wings. I mean, they're playing like a 4-2-3-1. They don't have any good wingers. They don't have anybody who's fast. I mean, Allende was terrible in the wing. Mister says, "Yep, that's why FOT mob ratings aren't always reliable." They're not. That's a lot of people use that as a reference point for certain players, and it just doesn't tell the whole story. Roller says, "Sub in Christoph. What are they? Are you sure that Christoph is Falcone isn't Christoph?" Okay, second half has started. My bad. I got carried away. Second half is officially started. Inter Miami. We're a minute into the second half. My bad. Was reading some comments. Didn't know that it passed that quickly. Appreciate the Kevin. Appreciate the heads up. Let's see what happens. See if Orlando City can close the deal or if Miami can make a comeback. Was there any? I didn't see if there was any second half bad giveaway by Falcone. Was there any second half substitutions I missed? Looks like Ian Frey's back to playing right back. Lujan's playing center back again. Ooh, looks like they're rocking the same exact starting 11. Yep, I fixed it. Sorry about that. We're good now. We got it back to the viewing microphone angle. We'll see if they can make a comeback. Oh, SPH says the only positive thing in the first half was Baltasar Rodriguez can actually be a good replacement for Allende. He looked good in the first half. He was probably, for me, the most impressive player for Inter Miami in the first half. He looked very lively on the ball, looked a little bit dangerous. I thought he looked pretty good in the first half. Maxi Falcone to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba finds Baltasar Rodriguez. Oof. For the foul. Yeah, Schlegel looks like he fouled Baltasar Rodriguez. Just outside the box. Looks like he's going to get a yellow as well. Yeah, see, third yellow for Orlando City. I'm telling you, there's someone gonna get sent off in this game. I think that's gonna happen. Someone is going to get sent off in this match. I think it's inevitable. I think it's inevitable. Cringe says, chat, the stream has 34 likes. Let's get those likes up. Yep. Make sure if you haven't already to like the stream down below. Let's try to get to 50 likes. We're almost up to 50th minute. So we got to get to 50 likes. Make sure you like the stream down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, make sure you guys hop over to the next game. Watch along with us. LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders to see who the winner of this match plays in the Leagues Cup final. We will do a post game recap after this as well. I'll throw that up pretty quickly after this game, and then we'll hop right on to the watch along. So if you guys are a little late to the watch along because you're watching the post game, you guys get a free pass from me. That's cool. No big deal. Just make sure that you guys hop on over to the Messi try to swing it in low. Make sure that you guys just hop on over after you watch the post game recap. Blake says Will's mic better than Danny's mic. Listen, Danny's mic is cursed. We all know this. His mics he pissed somebody off a long time ago. We don't know what happened, but they cast a spell. They cursed his microphones. Bad giveaway. Outside Rodriguez has the ball, finds DePaul. You know what's funny is that Baltasar Rodriguez is the only for the Alba. Oh, Baltasar Rodriguez is the youngest guy on the pitch for Inter Miami, and you could just tell, like, everybody else is just so slow, the way they move, even off the ball movement, just super, super slow. And then you see Baltasar Rodriguez, and he's like a little bullet. He's just all over the place. I mean, he sticks out 100%. You can just tell that he's like the one youthful person in the starting 11. Servant says Orlando's going to 10 is Miami's only chance. I agree with that, and even if they do, I don't know if they can win. I don't even know if they can win even if they do go to 10 men. It's like Miami's playing with 10 men, honestly, with as slow as they play and just, like, some of these guys that just don't have any legs. I've been disappointed with Yannick Bright too in this game. He hasn't done anything. Baltasar clearly has his flaws, but he's better than Allende. Oh god, he's way better. Yannick Bright? Oh! I think was Suárez brought down? Messi was looking for Baltasar Rodriguez, deflected. Luis Muriel's got the ball. Looks like Busquets. I don't even know what happened there. Did he get clipped? I think yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Suarez was offside anyway, so I don't think it would even mattered. I think Suarez would have been offside. But Soik says Inter Miami with the ever so mischievous last minute penalty. No scandals tonight. Mister says I'll be going to bed after this. The Galaxy Seattle stream is 3:40. I don't blame you. I understand. You got to get some sleep sometime, Mister. I just appreciate you stopping by with us tonight. I mean, it's already, probably 2 in the morning or close to it. Or it is 2. It's actually what, 3 in the morning. Oh. SPH says I'm going to be superstitious if Miami doesn't score before the hour mark. They are losing this one. Well, I've seen them score late, like a last minute goal. I can't remember which game it was. If it was it Necaxa or Atlas? It was one of the games they scored very last minute, which saved their chances of the Ian Frey's going on the right side, deflected for a corner. Blake says Schmeigel over Schlegel or Schlegel. Pasoik says, not gonna lie, if the Sounders lose, oh, if not gonna lie, if the Sounders lose to Wooden Spoon Galaxy after defeating Cruz Azul, I'm gonna crash out. Anything's possible. They almost lost to Puebla. Messi to Yannick Bright. Oh, I thought it was gonna be an own goal. Cleared by Pasalic. It's almost 3 a.m. here. Luckily, I'm off this week. Yeah, hopefully the game. I know that Miami's not looking too good right now, but the game I think's been pretty entertaining. It's been pretty good so far. So hopefully it's worth the late night for you, early morning for you, Mister. Cringe says no urgency. Oh god, that was a terrible. Messi to Baltasar to Jordi Alba, Messi to Rodrigo de Paul, clips it up. Easy save by Gillespie. Miguel says La Tortuga. Yeah, I still think. Oh, nice pass to Angulo. 2v2. Oh, I thought that Busquets definitely just fouled Angulo, but I guess no call. Yeah, I think that was a foul on Busquets. To Paul, to Messi. Oh, I still think I'm telling you what, Inter Miami, they're gonna have a DP spot open next year, which I know you guys are probably thinking they already. A lot of you think they already have like 5 or 6 DPs already, but they're gonna have a DP spot open next year. They've got to. I still think they got to get a striker. They have got to get somebody. They've got to get someone up top who can just be a force, who's got some speed. We've been talking about this for a while, but they've got to get a striker who's got some pace and can be not just create chances, but finish some chances. Be a oh, that was a nice pass with Jordi Alba, but Suárez could get on the end of it. Oh, that was a nice look. That was beautiful. That was a great pass. Oh, yeah, I think that is a penalty. That's a foul. That is a foul on Busquets. That is definitely a foul on Busquets. Wow. Listen, that was 100%. That was 100% a foul on Angulo or on Busquets on Angulo. Bad clearance by Galese out for a throw in. God, that was a beautiful ball by Jordi Alba. That was a beautiful ball by Jordi Alba. Luis Suarez should have finished that. He should have got on the other end of that. Kevin says all Messi shots are being blocked. Bobby says if MLS allowed 2 more DP spots, who would you sign for Miami? Just the best player available. No more friends. No more friends. Best player available. Literally sign the best player available you can get. No more friends. Messi needs to learn to make some new friends. Oh, oh. That's Rodriguez showing a little bit of flash right there. Cringe says Suarez is so slow. Hey, that's why we call him La Tortuga. That's why he's the turtle. He's living up to the name. Miguel says Orlando isolating Busquets 101 is going to kill Miami. He should be on the pitch. Kevin says Messi is the only one trying right now, and Jordi Alba. Tony Fiddler says Rodrigo De Paul cannot make a pass. He looks very, very sloppy tonight. Blake says if Miami was 2-1, donate 50 bones. If Miami wins 2-1, donate 50 bones. We'll see what happens. J Kim says POV in the winter. Ace Lino says maybe one more friend. Maybe one. We'll see. It's a foul on Baltasar. Kevin says next shot is a goal. Mark my words. Some guy says, how is that not a penalty? That's a foul anywhere else on the field. That is, I agree. That was definitely a penalty. Bobby says, how do you justify not being a penalty on Busquets? It was a clear foul. I agree 100%. That was a missed call. I can't believe they didn't even look at it. Yannick Bright finds Jordi Alba. He's got Suarez, but he passes it wide out to Messi. Good pass to Messi. It's like 4 people on Messi right now. Oh, there's like 5 guys around Messi right now. And that's what I'm saying when they don't have any attacking help is there's nobody to open things up. They just clog the middle and it makes things difficult. There's just no other threat on the field to where they feel like they need to go or they feel like they need to go mark another guy. Mr. Mister says MLS needs to add 2 more DP spots at least. We'll see what happens. Maybe they will with the World Cup. Maybe they'll do something like that. I've lost hope at this point until the CBA is redone in 2027, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. SPH says this game is lost. Tony says Miami's player pool is limited to Argentina. That's another problem too. They got to stop just signing Argentine players. I'm tired of them just signing Argentine players. They need to sign the best player available that they can possibly sign, regardless of what their nationality is. There are other countries if they're more uh what's the word I'm looking for? If they're more guided or leaning towards signing South American players, then fine, that's cool. No one cares. Just Argentina is not the only South American country. There's great players in Ecuador. There's great players in Brazil, obviously, Colombia, Uruguay. Like the best U22 they've had was from Paraguay. The best player they've signed, the best U22 in the history of the league, was from Paraguay. And your boy Allende's coming on. Holy shit, this is bad news for Miami. Now they're officially cooked. If Allende's coming in, they're definitely in trouble. They're definitely in trouble now if Allende's coming in. God help us. Who is he coming in for? Who is he coming in for? Like Bryant, Jordi Alba, a little bit too much on that pass to Messi. Bouts Rodriguez wins it. God, if they take out Bouts Rodriguez, that would be a huge mistake. Huge mistake if they take Baltasar Rodriguez out for Tadio Allende. Look how many people are in the middle. They've got to open this game up. Miami, if they want to win this game, they've got to open things up. Bobby says, I think Memphis Depay is a free agent. He would be great at Miami. They can't sign him as a DP right now. They'd have to wait till next year just because the way Jordi Alba's deal works out. But also, too, I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to go to. I think he wants to go back to Europe. Ian Frey did slap him in the face a little bit. He did slap him in the face a little bit. Rio says Mascherano has got to go. A lot of people wanted him gone after the couple slumps they've had this year. A lot of people wanted him fired, but I don't think he's going anywhere. Not until after the season. They're taking Baltasar Rodriguez out for Tadio Allende? Oh my dude, that's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. I was just joking. I didn't think they were actually going to do that. That's a huge mistake. Huge mistake for Inter Miami. That's stupid. He was the best player on the pitch outside of Messi in the first half. I mean, I'm not saying Messi was, so-so because they kept collapsing on him every time he had the ball. But to take out the best player for Miami in the first half is insane. In this game is insane for the worst player on the team, worst player that starts regularly. I think they're cooked now. I think they're in trouble. They're in so much trouble. Oh, terrible substitutions by Javier Mascherano. He's got an earpiece in, by the way. He's got an earpiece in. Did you see that? He had a Bluetooth. He had an earpiece in. So he is talking to the assistant coach. So he is communicating with his team. Let's see if I can get this. Yep, he's got the earpiece in. Try to get a picture of this. It's 1-0 Orlando City, 67th minute. There's 23 minutes left plus added time. Rodrigo Paul, a little bit too much on it, looking for Allende. He's able to recover. Finds Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba finds, looks like Ian Frey. Drops back to Messi. Messi's looking for Allende. Oh, Mr. says, get Mascherano on the phone. Miguel says, Mascherano all alone up there. Blake says he's allowed to communicate with his assistant coaches. It's still funny to see him with an earpiece in, though. Miguel says, "Is there extra time today or straight? It's straight to penalties the whole tournament, no matter what. If it's tied after 90, it's going to straight to penalties." Bobby says, "Do you think Vancouver will bring in another big players to play with Mueller next season? New York Red Bulls and Forsberg and Motang, LAFC have Son and Larice, and obviously Miami have a bunch. Probably, I would say probably not. I think that Mueller is probably the biggest they're getting, but that's still good. I mean, he looks pretty good. He seems motivated. He still seems like he has some left to give. So if you were going to sign one big name, that's not necessarily a bad one to have. Brody says, "Are the Sounders really not playing against Inter Miami in the final?" Well, we'll see if they can beat. We'll see if we can beat the LA Galaxy, Brody. Let's see what happens. We still got a whole game left. We'll see what happens. Oh, Messi just got fouled. Is this another yellow? Yep, another yellow. That's the fourth yellow for Orlando City. Oh yeah, that wasn't even close. He just like body checked him. That wasn't even close by Araujo or Aruju. That was like completely body checked him. See if Messi can score this free kick. We know he's the free kick goat. Let's see if he gets some more Leagues Cup free kick magic. Blake says, "I'm telling you, Arujo has something against Messi." It seems like there's something there. I mean, he just completely body checked him. All right, 70th minute, 1-0 Orlando City over Inter Miami. Oh, just a little wide right, a little too high as well. Yeah, a little too much on it. God, Orlando, I'm telling you, they're very impressive how they played Miami all season long. Have to give them credit. Have to give them a bunch of credit with how they played this year. Oh, Rodrigo De Paul's been bad tonight, really bad. Haven't seen too much for Orlando in the second half, like nothing crazy we saw in the first half. They're just kind of playing. I don't want to say conservative. I don't think that's the right that would be the right word, but they're not playing as aggressive as they were in the first half. They're not playing with the same intensity as they had in the as they were in the first half. Tony says RDP has been terrible. Kevin says I'm so done right now. Why are the goats cursed? Telesco Segovia is coming on for Lujan. Who's going to be playing center back then? Are they playing three out of the back? I guess they're going to play three out of the back. They're going to have Maxi Falcone, Ian Frey, and Jordi Alba play out of the back. That's a little weird. Or maybe Sergio Busquets is going to play center back now. Yeah, I guess Sergio Busquets is going to play center back now. DePaul out wide to Jordi Alba. Alex Freeman gets ahead on it. Mm. John says referee is crooked, bought and paid for by Miami. Watch it as Miami tries for penalty kicks and extreme diving. Kevin says Ronaldo lost in the finals. I really hope Messi at least makes it to the finals. Servant says even if it were to penalties, I think Orlando has the advantage with Galese. Ostari's been pretty good on penalties as well, so I wouldn't count them out if it goes to penalties. I wouldn't count them out. But they got to score first. I don't even know if they're going to be able to score. And I think they said this would be the first time. This would be the first time in Leagues Cup history for Inter Miami that they, in this format, that they would be held scoreless in a match. Ooh. Messi to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. Oh! Oh! Penalty! Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Tadio Allende would have scored there. That was close. If he had been pulled down, that was actually a nice. He had some force on that header. 100%. Is that a double yellow for someone who fouled him? Yeah, red card. Wow. Wow. And a red. Let's see. Let's watch replay on this. Beautiful pass from Jordi Alba. Yeah, that was let's be honest, that was definitely a foul. Definitely a foul, but that was a nice header by Tadio Inde considering he's getting pulled down. Was that a foul? Was that a foul, chat? I think that was a foul. Brecalo was pulling him down inside the box. I mean, I think that was a foul. Kevin Cookie says if they miss, I'll donate $250 to charity of your choice. What do we think? Was that a penalty? Penalty, Miami, 100% penalty. Yeah. All right, guys. This is interesting. We'll see what happens. I think Miami might win now because they're down to 10 men. Miami, like I said, they don't just score one goal. I think Miami. Soft, but yeah. I mean, I think he fouled him definitely. Like it wasn't like a straight red, obviously, but that's his second yellow. That I think that was, justified, and I think that he definitely fouled him in the box. Barry has joined us with the $20 super chat. Welcome, Barry. Hopefully, we'll see you at the next watch along for the LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders semifinal. Fourth penalty Inter Miami has earned in the Leagues Cup. They don't normally get a lot of penalties in general. So Blake says the Panenka. We'll see. Yep, he converts it. Maybe. Yep, Messi to the right. 1-1. We're tied up. We're tied up. 1-1. We got a ball game. I think that was a penalty. I think he pulled down on him. I mean, I've been fair. I thought that the foul on Angulo should have been a penalty too. But you could make the argument that Orlando should have had a penalty as well. Blake said for the 499 super chat says, have a drink on me. Well, we'll see what happens. We got less than 13 minutes left. It's tied. I think they might have one left in them because not only were they awarded a penalty, but Orlando's down to 10 men. Orlando's down to 10 men. Some guy says, but the Busquets foul was definitely a penalty. Both of them, yes, I think both of them were definitely penalties. Miguel says Jordi Alba's distribution is underrated. He's had a couple good chances tonight, a couple good balls he's whipped in. Kevin says Javier Mascherano knows ball 12 minutes after his sub. Allende draws a penalty for us. You know what's so funny is Allende actually some games he looks okay. Like he'll have one game where you're like, okay, he's not that bad, and then he has like 8 games in a row where he's just terrible. Miami King says so arrogant. Taylor shit in your bed. Taylor shit in your bed. KGF says Angulo touch was so soft. Kevin says JA is cooking. Sean Fisher says Orlando turned offense off bad coaching. Yep, that's the Javier. That's the Oscar Pereira special. He always chokes these big games. Servant says the league is not trying to have Orlando Seattle final. They want Galaxy Miami. KGF says, bro, Busquets falls was so soft. Are you talking about the foul on Angulo? But I mean, he didn't even touch the ball. I mean, I think that was definitely a foul on Busquets. Blake says Bussy fouled just outside the box. I think it was inside the box though. But Soik says Miami not beating the Pesci allegations. Call me Rafi says, so how much did MLS pay these refs for Miami? I do, like I said, I think that was a foul. I think that was a foul on Allende. They fouled Allende in the box, but they also fouled Busquets. Kevin says 2 more possible red cards, guys. A coach doesn't sub. Yeah, there was 4 guys on Orlando who have yellows. A little bit too much by a little too much by Jordi Alba to Ian Frey. A little too much on that pass. Call me Rafi says Taylor Twellman is even questioning these calls all game. He definitely called out the Orlando City non-call against Angulo, which I said I think was a foul. I agree it was a foul. It was a foul. But Adam says, will Miami win a game without a penalty winner? I don't know. I mean, there's less than 10 minutes left. There's less than 10 minutes left. Hell, I might end up being late for my Galaxy stream tonight. That game starts in 20 minutes, and I have to make a post game after this, and we still have 9 minutes left. I might end up being now. That game's probably going to start late. That game's probably going to start around 10:55 Eastern, 7:55 Pacific time. So I might be a little late for that match. But I got to do the post game for this game, and then I'll hop on that immediately. This might end up going to penalties. There's less than 9 minutes left in the first in the regulation. We'll see if Miami can pull one back and take the lead. Orlando's got 10 men. Don't want none. Who are you rooting for? I really don't care who wins. I was just hoping for a good game, and it's been a pretty good game. Ashcan says the Angulo one looked like a dive to me. I think it was a foul. Servant says Angulo did dive, in my opinion. I agree with Ashkin. I think he fouled him. I do think he fouled him in the box, but I mean, it doesn't matter. They didn't call it. And Blake is saying Alba out. Yeah, they can't afford to have him have another hamstring injury or abductor injury. Him and Messi just had several hamstring injuries in their time at Inter Miami. Less than 7 minutes left. Less than 7 minutes left. Can Inter Miami pull one back to take the lead in regulation? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Messi's got the ball. Looks like he's looking for Suárez. Busquets able to win it back. Jordi Alba's looking for Allende. Oh! Oh. Let's watch the replay on this. Oh, God. Yeah, Galese just punched him in the back of the head. Oh, man. Galese just punched him in the head. That's crazy. Kevin says Allende is cooking. Why the hell is Galese down? He punched him in the head. Why is he down? I think Orlando wants this to go to penalties. I mean, like, they obviously got 10 men, so they want this to go to penalties. They want this to go to penalties. Yeah, should Twelman saying that he thinks that was a dangerous play by Galese and that maybe should have been called something because he did punch him in the head. I don't think it was intentional, but he did punch him in the head. Less than 5 minutes left. Messi finds Tadio Allende. Allende crosses it. A little too much. Finds DePaul. Messi to Suárez. To Segovia. I think he was thinking someone else on the other end of that. This game's crazy. They're showing the they're showing the replay too of the foul. I think though that one thing we can say is that that Allende might be more effective off the bench as a super sub. I think maybe he's more effective doing that. No foul on Angulo. Less than 4 minutes left. Less than 4 minutes plus added time. Bad pass by Jordi Alba. Very bad pass. Luis Suárez working hard to get it back, wins the ball back, finds Messi out wide. Oh my God. There's literally 7 dudes around. Look how much space they have because there's like 7 guys on Messi. Did you guys just see this? Literally, Messi had the ball in space. There were 7 guys who collapsed on him and had all this space out wide. All this space out wide because Messi had the ball. I've never seen this before. I mean, I have seen it when he played for Barcelona, but still, it's crazy that when he has the ball, literally, there's like 6 or 7 guys in the vicinity. And there was just so much. I mean, look at this. Look how many people are on Messi. There's like 7 guys on him. Kevin says Messi simply the GOAT. Bro, you can't disagree. Who I didn't say Messi wasn't. Who said he wasn't the GOAT? He is the GOAT. Tyler Ty says that Messi shot shouldn't had happened. He didn't pull his shirt. Oh, you're talking about the penalty? All right. Less than 3 minutes plus added time. Jordi Alba out wide passes it to DePaul. DePaul to Yannick Bright. To Messi. Messi clipping it over, looking for Jordi Alba. Not enough on that. Messi wins it back. Messi to Jordi. Oh, Messi! Messi scores. Messi scores to win in the 88th minute. Wow. Wow. Messi scores in the 88th minute for Inter Miami to take the lead over Orlando. Wow. Hey, listen, I remember what you said, Blake. What did you say? You said if it finishes 2-1, what did you say? You said 50 bones. You said 50 bones if it finished 2-1. What did I say, guys? When Inter Miami score 1, they never score 1. They always end up scoring 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Wow. What an incredible game. I know Orlando fans are gonna be upset because they're gonna feel robbed. What an incredible game. They're chanting Messi right now in the stands, chanting Messi. Rando says the GOAT with the game winner. Kevin says 50 pounds right now. Bobby says, what a goal. Alba is very underrated. I mean, he's one of the better fullbacks of all time. Blake says, I want a third so I don't have to pay 50. KGF says, Messi, what a team up with Jordi, Messi, the magician. Nico says, Messi is inhuman. I mean, this was an incredible comeback, honestly. Now, there's going to be people that say that this shouldn't have happened. And Gulo's pissed right now. He's hitting the chair. Let's see how much ad time's left. We're past the regulation. Let's see how much ad time we have left in this game. Oh, to Segovia wide open. There you go. There you go. Segovia 3-1. Segovia 50 no more. They don't score 1. They don't score 2. They don't score 3. That's how it happens. Insane. Oh God, that fan looks pissed. Is that a player or is that a fan? Who was that? That dude looked pissed. That face was crazy. Who did they just show? This is a big win for Inter Miami. This is a big win for Inter Miami because Orlando City had been a thorn in their side all season long. They hadn't beat them this year, and they were able to, getting this win in the semifinal to make it to the final is a big deal. It's a big deal. Barry says that face said it all. That face was crazy. Blake with a $50 super chat says, just because I like what Will brings. Blake, I appreciate it, man. I really do. I've had a good time with all you guys. This has been an exciting game. This has been one of the better games in Leagues Cup. Hopefully, the next one is as good as this one, and we'll see who Miami is probably going to face in the. I mean, it'd be an insane comeback at this point, but Inter Miami is likely going to be in the Leagues Cup final. There's 6 minutes of added time, but there's about 3.5 minutes left. Blake, I appreciate it, my friend. So it looks like they're going to face the winner of the LA Galaxy and leaks and the LA Galaxy and Seattle Sounders match. But regardless, with them winning, Cringe just says, "I just won $44. Thank you for the 4.99 super chat, Cringe." Uh, let's see. All here with you, Will. Here it with you, Will. Cringe, I appreciate you for being here with us, friend, my friend. But because Miami's going to win this game, they're going to have to go on the road for the final. They're going to have to go play the Seattle Sounders at Seattle, or they'll play the Galaxy in Los Angeles. So Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders match. All right. So we got, let's see, 2 minutes left of added time. 2 minutes left added time. The plan is I'm going to go record a post game for this match. Hope you guys check that out. And it looks like Toto Alvarez is coming in for Yannick Bright. I'm going to record a post game for the Inter Miami match versus Orlando City. Too much to talk about not to do a post game. And then after I'm done with that, hopefully you guys will check it out and then come join us on the LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders game. But make sure you check out the post game for the Inter Miami versus Orlando City, because it's a big deal. Orlando City, or Inter Miami, was finally able to beat Orlando City this year, which is a huge deal for them, because it looked like the Orlando City had their number, and it even looked like it they did in this game. So make sure you check that out. We will be a little late probably to the Seattle game, just a little bit late, nothing crazy, but we should be there before kickoff. And then Cheyenne from Rave Green TV will be joining us too for the live watch along. And then I'll be doing a post game on his channel afterwards. Incredible game. Incredible game. Incredible. Orlando gets to play Seattle for third place. We'll see. We'll see if they win. Cringe says, park the bus for the last 2 minutes. Mr. Mister says, I wasn't sure about Segovia for a while, but he's grown on me. He's okay. Like, I think he's fine. Kevin says, revenge completed. SPH says the Mickey Mouses are going home. Kevin says, if they score fourth, I'll donate. I'll donate you 52. Oof. Looks like Ian Fraser's trying to kill some time here. I mean, we're past the 6 minutes of added time. I'm assuming because of the Segovia goal that they're going to give a little bit more time, but they should blow the whistle here pretty soon, I would say. Incredible game. Very fun game. Still no whistle? Almost a minute past the past regulation or past the added time. Barry says, see you in the next stream. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you, Barry. Might be a little late, just to preface that. Might be a little late, but I should be there before kickoff. It might be very close, but I got to get this post game real quick. And I should be there probably a little late, but I should be there right before kickoff. Keem Tran says, why third place match? Because the top three finishers in Leagues Cup get a CONCACAF Champions Cup. And Inter Miami has officially won 3-1 over Orlando City, winning for the first time this season. Full time. Incredible comeback for Inter Miami. Appreciate you guys for tuning in with us. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be on the lookout for the post-game recap, which will be dropping the next probably 15 to 20 minutes. And hopefully we will see you on the next stream. Hope you guys have a great night. Until next time, I will see you all very soon.